Hello and welcome. My name is Peter Afrasiabi. I am an intellectual property lawyer at 1LLP, and I am glad that you are law curious. We aim to explain and contextualize the legal system in easy-to-understand ways, just the facts. No partisan spin, so that you can get it straight. Today we will discuss wild celebrity depositions from Justin Bieber to Lil Wayne and explore how certain behavior in a deposition can actually damage your case unnecessarily. Let's get going. We all hear a lot about court cases, and now with YouTube see lots of clips of videos of famous people. But how do those video clips we can watch of what in my opinion is pretty wild celebrity behavior, how do they play out ultimately in a court trial, and is the behavior advantageous to the celebrity? So today, we will look at some celebrity depositions that are pretty remarkable, from Justin Bieber to Lil Wayne. But first, the question to discuss involves what is a deposition and what is its purpose in a lawsuit. This is important to even understand how wild celebrity behavior in depositions ultimately hurts their case in court. A deposition occurs in a lawsuit as part of what is known as the discovery process. When a plaintiff sues a celebrity, or sues anyone, they get to take a deposition where the lawyer for the plaintiff gets to ask questions related to the lawsuit to find out the facts of what the celebrity or other party did, and then use those facts to help build their case to go before the jury. And the defendant celebrity gets to depose the plaintiff too. The most basic advice lawyers generally give witnesses is to answer truthfully only the question asked, not fight with the lawyer taking the deposition. Why is that the advice, you ask? The plaintiff needs to prove their case. It is their burden, and you do not want to go out of your way to help them. Hence, only answer what they ask. If they do not ask the right questions, that is their problem. Related, your time as a deponent to tell your full story will be at trial under circumstances your lawyer can better control. Your time to tell your full story is at trial, and a deposition is not that event to try to take center stage. A deposition is to answer truthfully only that which is asked for. And why do we tell clients not to engage in inappropriate, rude, combative behavior? Because the deposition video can be shown a jury, and you want to be able to let a jury see you as a good person, not an abrasive or abusive person. If you become abusive or act inappropriately to the lawyer in the deposition, a jury will see you in that light, and that never helps your case at trial. Yet, as we will see, some witnesses are just hard for their own lawyer to control, and they engage in what we can call wild behavior. Let's watch Justin Bieber here in this clip, and then discuss why that behavior, however much you may think it funny or cool, is ultimately not beneficial if it is to be shown a jury.
Remember earlier today when I asked you?
No.
Why don't you listen to what I had to say first? And then maybe you'll tell me yes or no.
I don't have to listen to anything you have to say.
Clarify my question. If you have a question about my question,
Today is not
you
for
have the
you
right to be
speak over
clear
me.
for you to be able to be
Mr.
clear.
Child.
You remember being in Australia ever?
I don't know if I've been to Australia. I've been to Australia?
Are you aware that Scooter Braun knows that your bodyguards have attacked photographers?
What objection to form?
What kind of question is that? That didn't make sense.
That's correct.
That doesn't make sense. That's a weird question. That doesn't make sense.
Can you just ask some foundation?
Have you ever talked with Selena Gomez and discussed your feelings about paparazzis with her?
Don't ask me about her again.
Sir.
Move on to another.
Have you
Don't
ever?
ask me about her
Have you
again.
ever
Don't ask
discussed?
me about her again.
Have you ever?
Don't ask me about her again.
discussed your feelings
Don't
with
ask me.
Selena
Don't ask me about her again.
Wait,
About
let's
paparazzi?
take a break.
You know what?
Let's
Just
take a
stop.
break.
We gotta take a break.
Don't ask me about her again.
We gotta take a
The
break.
client's not asking for a break. Have you ever spoken with Scooter Braun regarding photographers who want to take a picture of?
Asked and answered several times.
That one was not asked or answered.
That was definitely an ask before that question. It was a
What was your
different
answer? Please remind me of your answer.
No.
So from a Hollywood perspective of drama or comedy or show, that was certainly hitting the marks. We had rolling eyes, rudeness, arrogance even. But in a trial, how would that look to a jury of regular people hearing a case about a plaintiff seeking relief against Justin Bieber? Remember, a jury is a group of regular people being required to take time out of their busy lives to hear a case in front of a judge in a courtroom. A courtroom is a very serious and solemn place, the opposite of a Hollywood movie set or a stage where we watch plays. The courtroom has polite rules of decorum the way everyone speaks. there is a flag, a bailiff, often armed, and a judge in a robe sitting on a bench higher than everyone. And the jury will take their role seriously. The point? Act to the environment. And this is related to the second point. Your behavior in a deposition has an audience, and it is a judge and jury in this setting. So when you act that way, which may be funny or cool in a movie or at a bar laughing with friends, it is not likely at all to be seen that way by a jury. Knowing your audience and behaving appropriately to that audience is critical. You would never act that way in a church towards other people, so don't let yourself act that way in a deposition which then gets played in a solemn courtroom. If you are right that the plaintiff's suit is meritless, answer the questions and let the lawyers tell the story on your behalf. In other words, don't help the other side. Why respect the environment and audience? Good behavior reasons aside, because you want credibility to win your case. You can make the point the lawsuit is meritless or absurd through your lawyer making arguments the way lawyers do. But acting like that just shows that you think you are better than everyone else, that you are able to appear smug, or that you are so important that rules do not apply to you. And that injures your credibility, which you need to make points that will matter to you. Humility and credibility are important to be the most effective witness in that trial, so there is no reason to give up those traits. Now let's look at Lil Wayne's deposition clip.
Did you perform at the Virgin Mobile Music Fest in 2008 with Kanye West?
I don't know, but I know I did perform at this badass bitch birthday party recently. She was crazy, stupid thick.
Isn't it something that you would remember if your album, The Carter 3, was the biggest selling album of the year in 2008?
Isn't it something that I would remember that?
Yes.
Isn't that a personal opinion type question?
No,
That's why I got that. I mean, because I would be actually answering the question to, isn't it something? That's my question. Isn't it something?
That you would remember.
Isn't it something? That's the question I have to answer, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Isn't it something?
You could do the best trying to answer it.
Yeah, it's something out of your ass. That's my answer. Yeah, it is something out of your ass.
Have you ever hired a photographer to photograph an event?
Have I ever hired a photographer to photograph an event? Sorry, sir, no, I'm a superstar. People hire them themselves to photograph me. We don't hire them.
Well, you have to wait till I'm done with the question.
I don't have to wait to anything, honestly. I mean, this guy right here may tell me that I have to wait, but personally, I don't have to do nothing.
Go ahead, ask the question.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you like
He
to...
can't save you, right? In the real world. That guy right there. He can't save you in the real world. Just so you know.
What does that mean?
I don't have to elaborate.
Is that...
Ask your next question,
Is
please,
that
Mr. Ross.
a threat against
No,
them?
it's not.
Mr.
No,
Ross,
sir,
can you
it's
just
not.
ask your next question, please?
He can't save you.
And what does that mean?
I was talking to myself.
Much longer.
All right, go ahead.
I don't know.
Didn't you win
I don't know.
the award for Best Rap Album of the Year in
I don't know.
2008 for The Carter 3?
I don't know.
Mr. Carter, you have to wait until the attorney is finished asking the question, please.
I'm sorry, that's my psychic. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, wow. That clip includes what could be seen by some arguably as intimidating or threatening behavior. How does that help your case when you have been sued? It does not. You have now made the other side see their case as more valuable, not less valuable, and so you have incented the lawyers taking that deposition to not settle as favorably as you may like, as they have been given an asset they lacked before. That clip to show a judge and jury and get mileage for their case out of it. Indifference in attitude, rolling eyes, saying, "I don't know," before the question is even asked, can make you before a jury look like you are arrogant, indifferent, defiant. And there will be a time when you need to tell your story about why the plaintiff should lose. And those types of clips damage your credibility on the matters you need to carry the water on. Bottom line here, don't enter a deposition and unnecessarily give the other side gifts they lacked when you entered the deposition. Why does this happen? Not just to celebrities, but all manner of people in depositions. Largely it is frustration at being sued. You feel it is meritless and wrong, and that irritation boils over. Yet that backfires every time. So if you are in a lawsuit, let the lawyers do their job of telling a legal story to a legal jury in a legal courtroom under legal rules of evidence. It's a legal setting, not a Hollywood movie setting. If you want to see a full hour of this, celebrities and lawyers alike behaving wildly, we have a full-hour education program you can watch on this channel called Deposition Disasters. Thank you for being law curious. Watch our other programs to get the straight law. No partisan spin, no side choosing, just the facts.